Hello everyone, Darko 2012 here with Global Government News, covering an article from the Yahoo News, and it's titled Marvel Comics Depiction of Anti-Tax Protesters, aka Tea Party protesters, inspires anger apology. So they're apologizing for calling Tea Partiers racist. Since 1941, Captain America has been one of the most popular comic book characters around. The fictional super-patriot fought Nazis during World War II, took on those who burned the American flag during the Vietnam War, and raked in hundreds of millions of dollars for Marvel Comics along the way. Now, the appearance that he is taking on the Tea Party movement and a storyline about investigating white supremacists has forced Marvel to apologize for the comic hero. Issue 602 of the comic features Captain America investigating a right-wing anti-government militia group called the Watchdogs. Hoping to infiltrate the group, Captain America and his African-American sidekick, the Falcon, observe an anti-tax protest from a rooftop. The protesters depicted are all white and carry signs of adorned with slogans almost identical to those seen today in the Tea Party rallies like teabag libs before they teabag you and stop the socialists, which I don't know if I've ever actually seen signs where the actual Tea Partiers were talking about teabagging. It was the mainstream media, such as these people or groups that made the sexual what do you call it, overture, the sexual connection, as far as calling them teabaggers. But, maybe I'm wrong. It says the Falcon mentions that the gathering appears to be, quote, some kind of anti-tax protest, and notes that, quote, this whole hate the government vibe isn't limiting the watchdogs. He then tells Captain America that he doesn't think their plan will work because I don't exactly see a black man from Harlem fitting in with a bunch of angry white folks. Captain America then explains that his plan entails sending the Falcon in among the group posing as an IRS agent under the thinking that black government official will most certainly spark their anger. The clear implicit attack on the Tea Party movement was first noticed by Publius Forum's Warner Todd Hudson. When a minor uproar ensued, Marvel Comics editor-in-chief Joe Quesada spoke to Comic Book Resources and defended this issue while apologizing for the panel that seemed to tie real-life Tea Party protesters to the fictional group depicted in the book. Saying that he could absolutely see how some people are upset about this, Quesada said that there was no, quote, zero discussion to include a group that looked like a Tea Party demonstration, adding, there was no thought that it represented a particular group. Okay. Quesada then went on to say that Marvel would, quote, apologize for and up to a series of stupid mistakes that led to them accidentally identifying one of the members of the protest group as being part of the Tea Party instead of a generic protest group. He explained that they were on the deadline to get the issue to the printer for publication, and in the course of sending it off, it was noticed that the signs in the scene contained no words or phrases. He said the editor then asked the letters to fudge in some quick signs, and that in the rush to get the book out of the door, the letterer looked on the net and started pulling slogans from signs captured in photographs at the Tea Party protests in order to make them appear believable. In response to Marvel's explanation and apology, Tea Party Nation founder Judson Phillips told Yahoo News that it sounds less like a genuine "we're sorry" than it does "we're sorry we got caught" statement. When I was a child in the 60s, Captain America was my favorite superhero, he said. It's really sad to see what has traditionally been a pro-America figure being used to advance a political agenda. And it says, Ed Brubaker, the writer of the controversial Captain America story, told Fox News that any and all references to teabag will be removed from all future editions of Marvel Comics. So, yeah, I'm like I said, I'm not exactly sure about the whole teabagging thing. I'm kind of curious as to that, if that's true, and if anybody knows where the origin of teabagging came from. Not the, teabagging, the, teabag, but as far as the Tea Party movement goes and the protests, because I could have sworn that the whole teabag thing came up in opposition to the Tea Party, not the Tea Party people talking about teabagging, right? I think it came right around the time that Glenn Beck was starting to co-opt the whole movement, right? That was one of the first little treasonous traitors that before Miss Palin, Miss Future Dictator, started to pick up and co-opt the movement as well. So thank you everybody for checking this out. Just thought I'd give this a post, and thanks.